The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. The last day of August. It's the 31st. It's 5:31 right now. And did you see the supermoon, the blue moon, I don't know if there's any other way to describe it.
Okay. I saw it. Yeah. It was big.
Yeah.
It wasn't blue.
Yeah, it was.
Not for me. It was yellow. Like
what time did you look at it?
Halloween moon. 10 to 5.
Oh.
4:50. What time did you look at it?
3:30.
3:30.
You gotta wake up an hour and a half earlier to get that 3 o'clock blue moon action.
You know what? It sounds cool, but not worth it. My eyes were still shut at 3:30.
You know what? I'm starting to think if it was just like my eyes like watered glazed over from being awake stupid early, or if it actually was blue.
Yeah, that's a very good question, because when it was yellow for me, I was just like, oh, it's another one of those. This is the autumn pink moon, but the moon's not going to be pink. It just has a name.
Moon rising, double landing moon.
Got an email yesterday. Just want to preface this with, I have tickets to see the Jonas Brothers in November.
Wow, humble brag. Going to see Joe and Kevin and Nick.
Nick, the most famous one, Nick. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one you forgot.
Best
I'm
for
proud
last.
of you for
Best for
remembering
last.
Kevin. That was a good job.
Best for last.
Anyway, I got an email from Ticketmaster yesterday that they would like to present me with some virtual commemorative tickets.
Cool. What does that mean?
Well, I think it's like a non-fungible token. Like, it's like
An NFT?
Yeah, it's like, this is your piece of the internet. It doesn't work as a ticket, but it has your seat number
Right.
on it, and
Oh
it's
my
kind of
goodness.
like saving a ticket from after the show to be like, I went to that.
Yeah, like 30 years ago, you have like a Bon Jovi ticket or something. You have the stub. You're like, I was at Commonwealth Stadium down in Edmonton when he performed for 60,000. Now here's a digital reminder that's fancier that you
Yeah.
can maybe print out if you want.
I think so, but I'm on the website, and it's kind of like, now you can make a collection of your tickets on their
Oh,
website.
goodness.
I'm like, oh no, I don't want another social app where I have to be like, look how many concerts I've gone to, look at all the badges I've collected.
You go to your family, your brothers and your parents, and you're like, look at all the concerts I've gone to. You just have to log into this website.
Yeah, and I feel like before, people would make shadow boxes with a little slit
yeah.
in the top, so you always throw your tickets in, and it's kind of like a fun memory.
Right.
This looks really lame.
Yeah.
Not impressed.
Someone had an innovative idea and it just...
Flopped before
Yeah.
it started.
Yeah. It's just nothing. Sorry. We avoided some disaster yesterday. Well, you did.
I did?
Of potentially having your face torn down.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We just finally discovered that I'm on the side of that building where
Yeah.
the Arctic Winter Games office was.
Yeah, and we had a friend message us, and we're like, they painted over. It's all white. They don't have the mural anymore.
Which I was very sad about, because I felt like we'd only discovered it, like 2 months ago? It had only been up for 2.5. I was like, what? They put all this work into it. Why are they taking my face off the side of that building?
Yeah, I was gonna say your ego was getting pretty big, so it wasn't like no, I'm kidding. You never have an ego.
Oh, you're so kind.
But then we had to get down to the bottom of it. We were snooping around, and it's because they're demoing the building.
Wow.
So they're moving the mural, which I don't understand. Like,
I understand it. They were like, man, these people look so great. We can't
Yeah.
just only have 2 months of this mural up.
yeah, okay, why paint it? Why?
Because they don't want people going into the job site and trying to steal their face.
Oh,
I would guess.
is that what you were planning on doing?
I mean, if there was a giant brick with my face on it on the radio, I would
Okay.
probably go and steal it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So I think they're like, let's just mitigate this problem and make sure nobody gets rebar in the foot by painting over it.
Okay, that definitely makes sense. So yeah, that building downtown is getting demoed, so they can probably sell a bigger slot of land beside Kiam Park right there. It's apparently going to start today and go on till the end of next month, and then they're moving the mural to what, a fence?
Yes, a fence. I am going to be on the fence. I'll be an indecisive person, I guess. I'll be
There we
on the
go.
fence about it.
There we go. What, is it going to be like a banner? A banner now instead of painting, or I don't know.
No.
But anyway,
I'm
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're alive and well still, mural and all, so we can breathe a little sigh of relief now.
I've been learning a ton of new work terms. Oh. Now, some of these aren't great. They're a little bit teaching you how to be a bad employee, I would say. But
you haven't adopted. I haven't heard you say any new words or terms lately, so
I'm just going to lay them all out for you, Sean.
Okay.
Okay, acting your wage.
Whoa, that's aggressive right off the start. You are not an aggressive person.
I know. So they're saying if you don't feel like you're getting paid enough, do the work that you think your salary is giving you.
Okay, that has a totally different meaning than what I thought.
What'd
Like
you
act your
think it
wage. Like if you're someone who is a boss or something and you're walking around and someone's just trying to like have authority in the office, you're like, hey, act your wage and sit down.
Oh, that is aggressive. No, the opposite of what that means. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's
your wage.
terrible. I have like worked in a restaurant where like somebody's been yelling at a server and they just replied, "Oh, I think you have my pay grade confused. Let me go get my manager."
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, that's funny.
Okay, have you heard of loud quitting?
Loud quitting? No, I haven't, but I can kind of think about it.
Yeah, so this is where quiet quitting is, you just kind of silently.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell anyone, but you're just doing it.
Yeah, loud quitting is where you quit, sometimes aggressively in the office, angrily storm out, but then you go and be inflammatory online.
Oh.
And you're like, I would like to tell you how terrible this employer is.
Yeah,
I'm
let me tell you
loud
about my
quitting.
experience because social media is a thing now.
Quitagion.
That's not a word.
It is. Now, I don't know. It's like contagion, but quitagion. So they're saying it's
You
like
get others to join you.
when one person quits and then everybody else is like, that sounds like a good idea. I hate it here. I'm getting out of here. And then all of a sudden, the fast food place or something has to close because they
Yeah.
don't have staff because everybody quitagion together.
Yeah, well, that kind of sounds like a toxic workplace to begin with. If
Yeah.
quitagion happens, that's not on the employees. That's
Right.
on the employer.
This is kind of hard. One last one doesn't sound negative at all. It's called bedman.
Admin stuff.
From your bed.
Nice.
It's like
Yes.
somebody
All for it.
works from home and then they're like, I didn't even get out of bed today. I just stayed in bed and did my job from my bedman.
I do bedman when I get like 50, 70 emails a day. Yeah, just
Look
clear
at
that up in my
you.
bed.
You're going to just start saying that every morning. You're going to be like, yeah, yesterday I had a nap, then did some bedman.
Absolutely. We're being productive here, okay? Yesterday I was talking about how I was watching the movie Interstellar on Netflix and the dialogue was so quiet, but then there was a like rocket sound effect next and it would just be so loud. So it'd be like, hey, I think we should go to space because and
Very
it was
jarring.
yeah, so I was constantly
Especially when you're just trying to have a slow scroll on your phone and not really pay attention. And then the TV's like, hey, I'm here.
yeah, the sound effects were outrageous. Well, I want to shout out you, Steph, for informing me. And I also want to shout out Eric on our text line as well. 780-791-1037. You can text or call whenever you want. Both of y'all let me know that there is a setting that you can go to in Netflix where it might automatically be set to you have surround sound. So that's how we're going to treat the product for you.
Yes, but you have to switch it off of that to say, I'm not that bougie. The sound is coming straight from my TV.
Yeah.
Please don't think that I can hear the voices and the sound effects at the same level.
Yes, yes. And so the one that you want to, if this has happened to you and you're like, why is the audio so crappy? You want to switch off the 5.1 and you just want to go to the normal setting. And then I watched something yesterday.
How was it?
And it was much better, like much better. So there's a life hack that I'm now going to push forward and you can let everyone else know.
I don't know what people did before YouTube, but I just want to say I'm really thankful for it.
Yeah, and you learn how to do something, the how to.
I didn't learn how to do it, but my husband did. He's a home mechanic, I would call it.
Okay.
He's got some gumption. He's happy to give things a try before taking it somewhere for somebody else to do it.
Right, yeah.
And I took my truck in. It's been turning off while I'm driving. And so then you got to just kind of wiggle the key and it starts up again or pop
Seems
it
like
into
a pretty
neutral.
major problem.
It is for sure. Because suddenly, your truck is off, but you're still sailing down the road.
Yeah.
And so the shop said it was going to cost $2,000. I was
Okay.
like, oh, goodness, that's a lot of money.
I mean,
All
for the
right.
car to work, it's not that bad.
It just, doesn't feel like it shouldn't work. It's a 2012. Like, why are you turning off while driving? And the thing they said was the ignition box needed replaced, then it needed a total key reprogram.
What the heck?
I know, big deal.
Yeah.
Well, not when you have a husband with a little bit of gumption.
Oh.
He drove my truck the other day and got annoyed with how often it turned off. And he was like, I'm going to see if I can fix that. Looked up some YouTube videos. 20 minutes later, took out his screwdriver, took 2 screws out, and then literally like you're on Nintendo and you're blowing your Nintendo game to work better, he blew the dust out of it.
That's the $2,000 repair right there?
Yes. Put it back together, and this truck has never worked better since I've owned it. I can't believe it. There's nothing wrong with it any longer.
That's incredible. I have tried to go down this route. I wish I was just more technical like your husband. I've gone on like the online forums about my car and the YouTube how-tos, and I was like, I guess I'll just pay the $800.
Oh, no, Sean, get more technical or marry somebody that is.
That's right. Time to update your resume, Steph, and mine, but yours, because you are in another magazine.
Really?
Yeah, well, what one are you in before?
I was in YMM magazine a couple times.
Yeah.
I was in my old university alumni magazine.
Yeah.
I was in AMA mag.
There we go.
I didn't realize I had so many magazines.
You have a cutout right by your desk that I look at all the time. Like, wow, about yourself much?
I didn't put it there. I just admire it every time I walk by.
Just a nice little like interview and article about you. I know someone else did it for you, but it's always fun to just bug you about it. But there's another one.
Really? Oh man. I'm getting embarrassed now.
I'm in this one too. We're both in it.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Yeah, so Harvard Media, we have radio stations, Fort McMurray, Edmonton, Red Deer, and then some in Calgary, and some in Saskatchewan as well. So 2 provinces, Harvard Media exists. But then Harvard Media is like owned by the Hill companies, and I think that's like the top.
Yeah, they're the parents.
Yeah, they're the parents. We're the sons and daughters.
I think we're like the grandkids, really. Harvard Media is our parents.
That's very true. There's a trickle down. But the Hill company, so they have like insurance, and they have a whole bunch of different entities other than radio under the Hill companies. And they have a magazine as well of all these entities, and we made the magazine.
Wow, a little old us up here in Fort McMurray.
Yeah. I don't
what
know.
are we up to? What do we look like? Did they pick a nice picture?
Absolutely, yeah. It's us highlighting the Arctic Winter Games that happened here.
That's a good thing to highlight. That was such a cool event for 2 weeks back in the wintertime.
Agreed. I think that was the perfect thing to have. And I don't remember submitting a photo, so they must have just taken them, but we look great in both of them, I will say.
Were we outside at least? Because a lot of the Arctic Winter Games, surprisingly, were indoors.
Yeah, both of us were outside. You are very happy, but you're probably freezing, because I remember it being minus 40 during the Winter Games. Mm-hmm. And I am also outside, and my beer doesn't look frozen, so it must have been when I first stepped outdoors.
Must have been. But that natural light, thank you very much.
Yes.
Wow, I'm glad that they have a good photo curator for that.
Yeah, this is Spring 2023 edition 63. So I don't know how, maybe quarterly they come out, but we made edition 63.
Remember what my New Year's resolution is?
Eat your freezer.
Yeah, I failed at it the other day.
What do you mean? You added to it?
Yeah, I added to it a lot. I found...
Wait. Did you already have the item in your freezer?
I did not.
Okay, so that's not that bad, I don't think.
Okay.
I think if you have like a bunch of chickens in your freezer and then you see some on sale and then you just add more chickens to your freezer, that's bad.
Okay, thank you. Because I was trying to say I have a ton of meat in my freezer and I was adding more meat.
But different.
But it's different.
Okay.
This was stewing beef, which I never buy.
Girl, slay.
Thank you. Well, I was trying
Eat, pray, love, slay.
You're so nice. Well, I was trying to like look up a different recipe other than stew to use the stewing beef for, because it's 27 every day. It's hot out. Nobody wants to eat stew right now. But I didn't want to, I wanted to be able to put other things in the freezer, or at least like do my New Year's resolution.
Right.
So I found this recipe, looked delicious, never heard of half the ingredients.
Oh.
And so I sent it to my husband. He's like, oh, look at that. And then I was like, but I don't know where to find these things.
We need half the things on here.
Yeah, where can we get them? So I took myself for a walk through the normal grocery stores. Absolutely no way I was finding them. And I said, like, sorry, I don't think we can have this. And he's like, oh, I'm going to check my secret spot.
A different market store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went there and he said, hey, do you know what kind of things these are? Because they weren't labeled. And then the lady answered in a different language to her employee what they were. And he heard the couple things on the list and he was like, I found them.
That's incredible.
It's a scavenger hunt. It was absolutely delicious dinner last night.
I was going to say, have you made it or is it coming?
No, I made it last night. I was like, me and this stewing beef had a date to make some. It was called birria tacos.
Nice.
Oh, it was so good.
I've heard of those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know where to get the ingredients for you to make them, Sean.
There we go. Pass it along. Secrets.
Hashtag no free ads, 780-791-1037. I'll tell you on the text line.
Some breaking news live from our window here at the Stone Creek Plaza, Steph.
Live from our window. What's happening out there?
Live from our window here in Mix 103.7 Studios. If you have been avoiding the Stone Creek Plaza parking lot because there have been green fences and wooden boards and everything you can imagine in the parking lot and you have been avoiding it, it's clear. It's
Good
done.
news. It is done. Now, the crazy thing is I always avoid the parking lot no matter if there is construction because I feel like the spaces are too small and there's always somebody driving like
we work in a hop-in place here. There's a lot of great neighbors that we have.
Yeah, there's lots of great things to go and check out here. But I would venture to say P1, underground parking, that is where it's at.
We are P1 gang over here. Gang, gang.
There's hardly anyone ever down there. It's safe. The parking spots are bigger. Nobody's trying to hit you as they back out first. And you can just walk up the stairs and end up at whatever business you want.
There are just some menacing pigeons and stuff that are hawking above you.
Very true. You do have to look down where you're walking and avoid the puddles of bird poo so that you don't
look up
accidentally
and get poo in your eyes if they drop one.
Okay. I was advocating for P1, not trying to find. I guess you're trying to keep people out of it so it stays a nice place to park.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like reverse psychology a little bit. Yeah. If you were avoiding it, what we are trying to say is there's no more green fences and wooden boards everywhere and you can come visit us.
Upstairs at Stone Creek, it's where it's at.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.